We have been seduced by a number, a round, perfect, comforting number, 10,000. But does biology actually care about our arithmetic? There is a rhythmic cadence to modern life, a silent metronome that many of us wear on our wrists or carry in our pockets. We have collectively agreed that 10,000 is the golden threshold, the magic number that separates the sedentary from the active. It is a beautiful number, round and substantial. It feels like an accomplishment. When that digital confetti explodes on your screen, you feel a sense of safety, a belief that you have paid your dues to your body for the day. But nature, in its infinite and often cruel complexity, rarely operates in round numbers. The history of this number is not rooted in ancient medical wisdom, but in a marketing campaign from 1960s Japan for a pedometer called the Manpo-K. While walking is undeniably the oil that keeps our joints from rusting, there is a deeper, more stubborn biological reality lurking beneath the surface, specifically concerning the energy stored around our vital organs. We are embarking on a journey today to understand why this specific reservoir of energy, visceral fat, often laughs at our 10,000 steps. It is a journey into the very thermodynamics of being human. But before we unravel this biological tapestry, I invite you to pause for a brief moment of connection. Science is universal, but our perspectives are local. I would love to know from which corner of this vast planet you are watching us today. Please take a moment to write your city, state, or country in the comments below. Seeing the global map of our community is truly the most rewarding part of this work. Now, let us look past the pedometer and into the furnace of the human metabolism. To understand why a gentle, long walk often fails to touch the fat stored deep within the abdomen, we must discard the usual cliches. Forget the car engine or the bank account. Instead, I want you to visualize a well-used cast iron skillet. If you have ever cared for one, you know about the seasoning, that black, glossy layer that coats the metal. This is not merely grease sitting on top, it is polymerized oil. Through high heat, the fat molecules have bonded with the iron, creating a protective, hard seal that becomes part of the pan itself. Now, imagine you take this skillet, with its years of hardened seasoning, and you place it under a gentle stream of lukewarm water. You can rub it with a soft sponge, analogous to your 10,000 steps, for hours. You can do this every day for a year. What happens? You might wash away the loose crumbs or the fresh surface oil from last night's dinner. This is your subcutaneous fat, the soft layer directly under your skin. But that deep, hard, polymerized black layer, it remains untouched. The water is simply too gentle. The friction is insufficient. Visceral fat, the fat stored deep inside the peritoneal cavity, wrapping around your liver and intestines, behaves remarkably like that seasoning on the cast iron. It is not merely extra fuel, it is structurally integrated into the protection of your organs. It is stubborn by design. Evolution did not create this storage to be easily washed away by the gentle, lukewarm water of low-intensity movement. To strip the seasoning from a cast iron pan, you need something radical: steel wool, abrasive salt, or most importantly, extreme heat. You need a disruption of the status quo. Walking is the gentle rinse. It maintains the pan, keeps it clean, and prevents it from rusting. It is vital. But it does not possess the sheer thermodynamic violence required to break down the polymerized energy that is settled deep in the core. The body perceives walking as a preservation state, not a transformation state. We are asking a feather duster to perform the job of a chisel. If we zoom in from the kitchen skillet to the molecular landscape of the human abdomen, the reason for this stubbornness becomes chemically clear. Visceral fat is not just an inert sack of calories waiting to be used, it is an active endocrine organ. It is a gland. It pulses with biological intent, secreting cytokines and hormones that actively defend its existence. The cells here are biologically distinct from the fat on your arms or legs. Here is the crux of the mechanic: blood flow and receptor density. The fat cells in your abdomen are rich in cortisol receptors. Cortisol is the hormone of stress and alertness. In our ancestral past, this was a survival mechanism. If you were under stress, famine, or predator, the body would hold on to central fat to protect vital organs and provide quick energy for the liver. Low-intensity walking, while excellent for lowering cortisol overall, does not trigger the acute fight-or-flight catecholamine surge, adrenaline and noradrenaline, necessary to unlock these specific cells. Think of the fat cell as a vault. Inside lies the triglyceride treasure. The door to this vault has a lock. For subcutaneous fat, the soft stuff, the key is simple, a slight calorie deficit. But the vault of visceral fat has a heavier, rusted lock. It requires a specific hormonal key to open. That key is forged in intensity. When you elevate your heart rate past a certain threshold, into the zone where conversation becomes difficult, you signal the release of lipolytic hormones that specifically target these stubborn receptors. You are effectively increasing the temperature of the kiln. Furthermore, the body is incredibly efficient. When you walk 10,000 steps, your body becomes an economy car, optimizing fuel efficiency to ensure you can keep walking forever. It learns to burn less energy for the same movement. To mobilize the deep abdominal adipose tissue, the body needs to perceive a crisis of demand, a metabolic shock that says, the gentle rinse is over. We need the blast furnace. This is why shorter durations of higher intensity often trump hours of gentle plodding when it comes to this specific biological metric. We are fighting millions of years of evolutionary hoarding. Does this mean the 10,000 steps are in vain? Absolutely not. They are the foundation, the baseline of being a functional human. They are the breath of the day. But we must liberate ourselves from the illusion that volume alone conquers all. We must understand that our bodies are adaptive fortresses, built to survive, not to look a certain way in a mirror. To change the architecture of the fortress, we must occasionally shake the walls. It is a lesson in nuance. Health is not a vending machine where you insert coins, steps, and receive a product, fat loss. It is a complex, responsive conversation between your environment and your cells. As we navigate this understanding, we move from blindly following numbers to truly inhabiting our bodies with intention and knowledge. This type of in-depth research, where we remove the marketing to find the physiological truth, requires time, resources, and independence. We are committed to maintaining this channel as a sanctuary of curiosity, free from corporate influence. If this video offered you a new lens through which to view your own health, or if the cast iron skillet analogy resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for walking this path with us, and until the next video.